Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is your host Majestic speaking with another episode of MechWarrior Online here. In front of me I have the Hellbringer-A variant. Now this is one of my favorite mechs in the entire game, ladies and gentlemen, and I wanted to take it out for one round of epic gameplay for you guys so you can see exactly why I enjoy running this mech, this build, this particular variant out there and really stir up the battlefield. Now, there is a custom loadout on this. It is completely mastered, but we're going to dive quick into the nitty-gritty of this mech so you guys can just understand exactly what I did with it to make it as awesome as it is, just for general purpose use. If you guys decide to take this build out there, I want to hear about it. I want to hear how well it works for you, if it works for you, if you enjoy it, if you're having fun with it. But this is what I did with it. 100% complete custom loadout. Stripped the armor off of both arms entirely so that I could fit an extra ton of UAC-20 ammo. That is my main punch that I'm packing in that right torso. A Clan UAC-20 in that right torso. I have 4 external double heat sinks. I have 4 medium lasers and Clan ECM. That goes along with 5 tons of UAC-20 ammo. There's going to be some discrepancy here. Obviously, you could take off a ton of ammo and put more armor on the arms, use them as shields. I'm very, very risky. No risk, no reward. Let's pack as much firepower as we can into this thing. Obviously, I switch on and off based on what I think I'm going to be using, if I'm going to be really aggressive during a match or if I'm not. And if I am feeling really aggressive, I'll leave the 5 tons. If I'm not, I will leave it at 4 tons and put some armor on the sides to just like help shield a little bit. So it is a little bit more of an aggressive approach with this build, and I only suggest stripping the armor off completely if you like the Hellbringer chassis, if you have, messed around with the loadout in particular, and you think this is something that you would want to actually test out there on the battlefield. Now, it definitely has the amount of ammo that I'm looking for to last through the entire round, and it also has the durability because I did stack up all the armor in the torsos and in the center torso. The legs have 3 armor missing, but again, with any kind of heavy, the legs are probably the last component that your opponent is going to be focusing in on. They're going to try and take out this UAC-20. I can guarantee it as soon as they realize that's what I'm packing. And then obviously, as long as if they take out the left torso, then I'm only left with 1 laser and the UAC-20. So it's really the 2 torsos. Those are going to be the primary components that everyone's going to be trying to take off this guy. But this is what I have to work with. This is what I love to take out there on the battlefield. Let's pack a huge punch with that UAC-20 and then add some amplification damage with these 4 mediums. Now, this mech does run rather heavy. Even with, the 1.25 heat management ratio, 17 double heat sinks, this thing can and probably will overheat at least once during the course of the match. Whether it's me not paying attention, whether it's just the trick of the trade, trying to constantly fire off at least a couple of the weapons, even in chain firing, the UAC-20 adds a ton of heat. And then stacking 4 mediums, ER mediums on top of that, Clan ER mediums, this thing is really going to heat up. So, I tried to make it as heat efficient as possible, but it works for me, and I love using it out there on the battlefield. So hopefully you guys appreciate it and enjoy this round of gameplay just as much as I do. So, without further ado, we're just going to look quick at the modules here. Advanced seismic sensor, just so I know who's around me. Clan ER medium laser range. I do not really want to heat this thing up any more than it really needs to be. If I only decide to use the UAC-20, that's the only reason why I went with that as my one of my 2 weapon modules in the weapon module slot. I decided to go with 3 weapon modules as opposed to 2 and 2. So I could have gone with like radar deprivation or something like that, but I wanted range with both of these things, with both of my weapon types, and I wanted a cooldown just for my UAC-20 in case I do make that my primary weapon, that I'm only firing that off in order to manage the heat if we get a hot map. So that's the reason why I decided to go with 3 and 1 as opposed to 2 and 2. So obviously you could switch those out. I would probably, if I were to go with a weapon or a mech module as opposed to this, one of these or switching one of these out, I would probably either go with target info gathering or, as I was saying before, radar deprivation. You want to be completely hidden, especially if you get up close and personal with some mechs. you don't really want to... You know, I wouldn't say this is necessarily a frontline mech, but, you know, more oftentimes than not, especially with how aggressive I am out there on the battlefield, you know, I do find myself approaching the front. So, you know, if you kind of like that mid to front range brawler, this is the mech for you. But without further ado, we're going to hop into the queue, and we're going to go through an epic round of gameplay for you guys. One round coming up with this epic piece of machinery. This is the Hellbringer-A variant. Let's get right to it, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty guys, so our one and only round is going to take place on Viridian Bog. Definitely one of the hottest maps in the game. Now we can afford to use our alpha a few times, but once we start hitting that like 70, maybe even 80% heat threshold, we'll probably have to start chain firing. Unless it gets towards the end of the match and everyone really starts brawling, I'm sure we might overheat at some point, but hopefully the rest of our team is around to kind of help us out a little bit. So I'm already calling it now. I know I shouldn't be, but I have a feeling, given my playstyle and how you know, aggressive I am, given the map and the situation, I'm calling an overheat now, guys. So don't hold it against me when I do. Just saying it now. But you know, this UAC-20 definitely heats up. It heats up pretty quick, and coupling that with 4 ER mediums, clan ER mediums, is no joke. It gets to be pretty hot, as I mentioned before. So hopefully we just get a great round of gameplay for you guys. I'm going to stick with my buddy here, the Timberwolf. He looks like he knows what he's doing. I look like I know what I'm doing, even though we probably both don't really know what we're doing. We're going to head into Delta 5, swing around into Delta 4. There's usually always some kind of friend lying around over here, you know? It's usually a light or a medium that's scouting, and if we could pick one of them off before they even get eyes on us and we can, you know, knock them down, that would be pretty clutch. So, oh, and as I said, here they are. Gonna pop around. He's got to be around this corner. Yeah, there he is. Oh, there's 2 of them, Shadowcat and a Jenner. Now, I normally don't recommend shooting your ballistics at lights, but if you can hit them at close range, definitely do it. It's more of a scare tactic for them than it is worrying about your own ammo. So I'll definitely shoot him if I can take the shots with that kind of range. And there he goes. He's now scampered off somewhere. Well, we do need to keep our eyes on the top of the mini-map. Not the top of the mini, the regular map, because of the fact that we are playing Conquest. Seeing some guys out there in the distance. A couple guys up on the platform. Maybe we could pick them off from long range a little bit, just because they are ER mediums. We have 445 meters to work with. Probably going to take some damage here. I know that they're up there on top of the plateau. Looks like that Shadowcat is trying to escape. We have the Jenner behind the carcass. Is he going to pop out? Probably not. Nope. But he ran pretty much, yeah, right into the rest of our forces over there, so he got taken out pretty easily. But now we're going to sit over here and pretty much hold the line. I know that the rest of my team is behind me, so I can afford to take a little bit more of an aggressive position with this mech. Towards the front lines, put this UAC-20 to use, baby. And let's see what they have up here. Okay, we got a Direwolf. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, he does not like that UAC-20 hitting him. And there goes my right arm, but again, it's a dummy arm. Nothing on there. No harm, no foul. And I have my friend the Timberwolf, who came out to help with the amplification of the damage. We need to back up because of that airstrike, but we're going to be right back at it. Got a couple targets moving around the corner here. No one making an aggressive move off that plateau. I have a feeling these guys to the right are probably going to make a quicker move than the guys up on top of the plateau. We're just going to keep our eyes on both positions. I have a feeling someone's going to come up over there too, though. Yeah, here he comes. Okay, this Marauder looks like he's going to get aggressive. And we're already starting to lay down some fire. Oh, man, he's really aggressive. He's out in the open. We're going to take full advantage of that. Come on, get him down, get him down. There we go. Excellent work. Let's get this other Marauder. And now he's got his friends that are on the plateau. They finally realized what was going on. We got to get rid of this Direwolf. You're going to eat some lead, baby. Where are you? Punch. Yummy. That was awesome. Gotta love taking 100 tons out of the mix. Now, this isn't the best position. I bet you any money someone's going to come up behind me, but this is a great vantage point for me for now. Ow! See, I told you. I knew there was someone that was going to come up behind us. We're going to hop down and then pop back up. We have the rest of the team with us, so let's peek up over. Use this UAC 20 to the face, Mr. Mad Dog. To the face. There you go. Eat some lead, and he's also got a Storm Crow and a Direwolf with him, and don't heat up too much. No. I told you guys. It was gonna happen. It was bound to happen. It's towards the end of the match. Gotta get super aggressive. They're getting aggressive. We're getting aggressive. Okay. Twice. If I stay at twice, I won't feel too bad. Let's hold off right here. We'll stick with that.
New target acquired.
Got someone behind us, a little guy. Is that Commando? Yep.
Target destroyed.
Good night. You sat there amongst 3 heavies. Where's the last guy? I think there's only one more. There he is. What the heck is he doing over there? 600 meters away from everything. Don't you just love that, guys? Ah, the pug cube. Give him some lead and follow up with some lasers. Mmm, yummy. Delicious final kill. Wow, what a round. That was a lot of fun. Let's see how we did. 920 damage, ladies and gentlemen. 3 kills, 9 assists, 4 times doing the most damage. Epic round of gameplay. Let's hop back into the garage and maybe close with some final thoughts on this guy. There goes the rest of the team as well.
Approach and let us begin! Approach me and let us begin!
Well, guys, we're back on the bog. I completely took out my narration from the last, when I originally recorded this. And I'm switching it out with this. Took forever. I had no idea what I was doing. But we are back on the bog. In the swamp. This clearly is an awesome map for this mech. I don't know why. I don't know how. It just is. It just, I guess, maybe the camo has something to do with it? I did kind of do that, like, foresty, dark, kind of look. That's what I was going for, at least. I guess the yellow kind of throws it off a little bit. But, whatever. We're in the match. So we're going to try and kind of take a similar approach as we did last time, except now we are playing domination. And, the rest of their team is going to be coming towards this, this satellite here. So we know that the firing is going to become very, very close range, very consolidated and focused. But we're going to take a very similar approach as we did last time. We're going to go around into Delta 5 again and see maybe if someone is just trying to peer around the corner again. I mean, it worked last time, so why not try it a second time? If it works, if it ain't broken, why fix it? There's nothing over here this time. But we are still going to peer around the corner. I have a couple of light friends with me. I have the Raven here. And yeah, they're all up on the plateau. I think they're just trying to get one guy in the circle while the rest of them maneuver around. We definitely have the more beneficial side of this map, given this game mode. So, they are already at a disadvantage. So, I'm gonna have to roll with the punches here a little bit. But it looks like our team is already starting to lay down some fire. I have, we have a Kodiak with us. We are definitely gonna help him out as much as we can. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna hunt this guy down. We are not letting him get past the lines any further than he already has. Here you go, dude. Yum. Take off that arm. There he goes. Excellent work. Great first kill for us, because a Warhammer is always a threat. Even if it only has 10% health left, if it's got weapons, it's a threat. I mean, I guess you could say that for any mech, but a Warhammer in particular, you get my point. Moving on to the next target. And, okay, that Raven isn't getting hit by anything, so we're going to take advantage of that and hop up on the plateau. Maybe they hop down. I guess that's really what happened. What the heck? My screen just got all wet.
Target acquired.
But yeah, we're going to whip around this corner here, hopefully get some, at least a couple of shots down. Yeah, we got a couple targets. A couple guys that are getting a little too aggressive up on the ramp. There we go. We had a Jenner, and I didn't... Oh, Straker took him out, so it doesn't really matter. That's the stinking little Jenner. He's still hanging around. And look at that cherry red torso. If I get a couple shots off...
Surprise, motherfucker.
Target.
Boom shakalaka!
New target acquired.
Man, that must stink. You know, sometimes you look at like the shots that you're taking, like right now, and this guy clearly has no idea where it's coming from, but he's just feeling the AC-20s constantly pelt him in the chest.
Target destroyed.
Oh yeah, there goes another kill.
Target spotted.
Heat level critical.
Whoop, heating up. Use that cool shot.
Target
Take out the victor. Somehow my lasers were the ones that landed. Woo! Taking some fire. Return fire. Return fire.
target acquired.
And this guy, is he going in the cargo? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Oh boy.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Target destroyed.
Nighty night. That is another kill. Oh my gosh. What is this? This is like 4 kills? Something like that. I think I'm like a 3 or 4, something like that. Wow, this is absolutely... This is great.
Destroyed.
This is the kill epic round, as you guys can see.
Acquired. Target destroyed. Heat
So at that
level
point, I
critical.
think I was around like 3 or 4.
New target acquired.
And then, to close out,
Surprise, motherfucker.
Target destroyed.
oh yeah, closing out the round. What a blast. I had a great time playing that round. It was a ton of fun. 5 kills, 4 assists, 2 times doing the most damage with 627 damage total. And there are the rest of the team stats. Excellent, excellent round. Let's hop back into the garage for some final thoughts. Alrighty guys, so that's going to do it for this episode of MechWarrior Online. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, including all the bonus content, the short little edits here and there to add a little bit of comedy into the match. I'm having an absolute blast messing around with editing and specifically these builds and stuff, and I really appreciate all the constant and constructive criticism, feedback, whether it's good, bad, great, negative, whatever it is, I appreciate it all. So thank you guys so much again for tuning into this episode of MechWarrior Online. Again, this is the Hellbringer-A variant, custom loadout on there. You know, again, between the UAC 20 and the 4 mediums, it does have ECM, and the only way that you can have the ECM is if you put the Prime variant left torso in it. So just as a, some food for thought in case you are deciding on whether or not you want to go out and actually get this mech. You do have to switch out a couple of the Omnipods in order to make it, suitable for this kind of loadout in particular. But that's, again, all up to you guys what you want to do with it. Hopefully you enjoyed it from this perspective and the one that I brought to you guys today. This is one of my favorite mechs to take out in MechWarrior Online, and I felt that, I definitely had to do it some justice with a couple epic rounds. So thank you guys so much again, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Take care, guys.